Good morning, Sunday Cappers Nation Live Game Day Edition. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody with us here. Good morning. Hopefully, everybody's having a great Sunday morning. Get your coffee, get your Bloody Marys, get your beer, get your tequila, Kahlua, and coffee ready. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Marcus, what's going on? Takea Jefferson, Ed, Who Dat Bob, Shane, Kathy Savage, Anthony. What's going on, everybody? Glad to have everybody here with us. Just getting underway. Ready for a nice big Sunday. I'm ready to sweep. I'm ready to break out the brooms. Myself, I feel we've been cheated the last 2 days of a sweep. 3-1, 3-1 on days that I personally think we should have swept the board. And morning, William, tuning in via text. So I'm definitely looking forward to breaking out a broom today. I don't know about you guys. It's long overdue. I'm ready. They're definitely testing our patience. That is for sure. And it's going to be a good day today. Today only happens once a year. NFL Game of the Year, obviously. December 22nd is only going to happen once a year anyways, but it's definitely going to be that special day today. Give me 1 second, just clearing some stuff off, making some room, because we're going to get it today, folks. We are going to get it today. A messy desk is an unproductive desk. Darren Lyons, Michael Jenkins, what's going on? Neverez, good morning, good morning, good morning. Greg Engel in the house, good morning. Tiny's New and Used Homes. I don't know about you folks, but I'm definitely ready for a sweep today. I know I'm loaded up on my coffee. I'm ready. I am ready to rock and roll. See, 1 coffee down. I got the backup ready. We're ready for a good one. Ready for a good one. Good morning, everybody. As you can see, I got a little more sleep than what I have been getting, which I'll be honest, is still not enough. But it's okay. Darren, Game of the Year is today. You have to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But Game of the Day is today. And super excited. We've been talking about it all week long. And literally could not be more excited for it. No doubt about it. Who dat, Bob? You didn't think I slept at all? I don't really. Not enough. Little to none. Little to none, that is for sure. That is for sure. The sleep is little to none. So, Darren, Christmas gifts, Game of the Year 25. Your Christmas gift is Game of the Year $50 because they're normally 100. They're normally 100. Plus, it's a little early for Christmas. We're not there just yet. Hold on 1 second. Alrighty. So we did get the email out there. I see the email did go out that we are live, so people should be getting that. Mr. Beeman in the house, what's going on? No, unfortunately, we did not. We're going to do a full recap of that here in just a minute. But unfortunately, Georgia Southern and Liberty had about 2 minutes of explosive offense, which is what we were expecting, and they showed it to us for just a very short glimpse of time, and then it just sputtered and went right back where it started in a very low-scoring game, unfortunately. So it always sucks to lose the big games, especially when the other games are winning and you go 3-1 on my personal plays. But full recap, we'll start right there. Guaranteed Saturday, Liberty and Georgia Southern. Unfortunately, it did not come through. Absolutely, Who Dat Bob's? Christmas is every day at Cappers Direct. Free premiums and personals for all. We give exactly. So that one didn't win. Premium plays split out yesterday. Buffalo, New England. We're on the wrong side of the total on that one. We were on the under. Did not see it being a high-scoring game at all, unfortunately. Hammered North Carolina, college hoops winner. FIU plus 1.5. Looking to get the job done there. Plenty of opportunity there. And they faltered very late in the game, and then Clippers covering the spread easily. So 2-2 there. College bowl package starts off nice big 2-0. Clean sweep of the board for our bowl package. That was awesome. I remember last year I think we started out 0-2. For the bowl package. So it was nice to start out on the right foot there. Washington on the money line minus 158. Didn't even need it. Could have taken the points. Hell, could have taken the points times 7 or 8 there and still got a victory. So Washington smacking Boise State. Notch one for the Pac-12, which was good to see. Putting the beat down on a much higher ranked Boise State, showing that the Mountain West is what it is. The Mountain West, not much. And then UAB, Appalachian State over 47. They got the job done in the third quarter there. That was a nice winner for everybody. So bowl package went a nice 2-0. And remember, there's still time to get on board our bowl package. Just because we had 2 games go off doesn't mean that you cannot still jump on board for our 20-game minimum, as well as 3 days of prop package, 2 days of soccer. Speaking of props, they brought out the prop package. They made it available to everybody. I was told that they were not going to do that until after the bowl package, but they brought it back for everybody that wants, because we had a lot of people email in, hey, how do we get on the bowl package? Or not the bowl package. How do we get on the prop package? How do we get on the prop package? Can we get the props? I want to bet props. We got so many emails. They finally opened it up to everybody, and which is pretty cool. And it's cheap. It's $30 for the whole week. I mean, if you're betting $5 a prop, you'll make money on the prop package. So that's cool. That was my only request to them. That is, if you brought out the props, don't make it and price it, because I don't want anybody to bet it like you do a premium play. You're supposed to have fun with the props, a little extra money, your beer money, maybe some whiskey money, maybe some steak and lobster money, so maybe some Alaskan king crab leg money if you're betting like me. So I thought it was pretty cool that they opened up the props to everybody for $30 for the week, which to me was pretty damn cool. So they actually have those up now. The props won't be posted, obviously, because they're not out yet. They won't be posted for probably, I would imagine, 2.5 hours. So bowl package 2-0 yesterday. Me, myself, 3-1. Nearly clean sweep of the board. We started out with, obviously, Kansas. I gave it to all my clients on the money line, minus 125. But when we were live with you guys yesterday, giving you guys a free play, for everybody that was on 5 dimes, you guys saw an incorrect line on 5 dimes. And we took full advantage of it. If you guys missed what we did yesterday, it was pretty damn cool for everybody to be able to do that. And by the way, as soon as we bet it, literally, if you went back 1 minute later, they corrected that line and they shifted that line. So by all of us betting it at the same time, ensured that everybody that actually had a 5 dimes account was able to bet Kansas. And we got Kansas at +1. So when we went to go, what happened was, when I gave out the free play yesterday in college hoops, Kansas was actually minus 135 on the money line. It opened up at minus 125 is where my players, all my clients got it at. Exactly, Marcus. You got the money line unless you were on the live show, and the only way you got +1 is if you had a 5 Dimes account. That's the only way you got +1 is if you had a 5 Dimes account. What happened was, for everybody that doesn't know, when I went to go, I logged into my 5 Dimes account. I showed my balance, 18,000 some odd dollars in there. Logged back in there. We went in there and we went to go bet the game, and I was going to give out the money line in all intents and purposes, and I looked at it, and I clicked on the little box that had them at -3, minus $1.10, and I look, and they have +1 at minus 132. Well, would I want to take the money line at minus 135, or would I want to take +1 at minus 132? Obviously, I'm going to take the latter of the two, the +1 at minus 132. One, it's cheaper, and two, it's a better line. So before I actually put in my own bet, I went back live and I said, we were live. I said, all right, everybody who has a 5 Dimes account, go to your, we're going to take advantage of an incorrect line and a good opportunity to save money and get a better line. So had everybody log into their 5 Dimes account, had everybody go to it, and we all submitted it, at the exact same time. And we all got +1, and literally 1 minute later that line was corrected. +1 was off the board, wasn't even an option, and we moved the money line on that one as well. So, which was cool. And if there's a lot of opportunities to do that, especially, the team total I gave you guys yesterday for free. That was a winner. And if you didn't have 5 Dimes, you probably, not able to bet that one. So, big advantage to having a 5 Dimes account. I don't care if you live here in Vegas, next to me, and you still bet at the casino, it's still beneficial to have a 5 Dimes account. There's opportunities to take advantage of on 5 Dimes that you can't take advantage of anywhere else. And we'll talk about that here in a minute, just like the free play I gave you guys yesterday on the Rams first quarter team total over a half a point minus 130. Was that the easiest thing in the world or what? First drive, boom, you're done. I mean, beginning of the game, you cashed in. You guys saw me bet it. I bet it for 500. We also had a prop that was on 5 Dimes that was part of our prop package. Rams first half team total over 7. First half over 7. Minus 155. Okay, I'll take it all day long. All day long, I'll take it. So if you don't have a 5 Dimes account, let me post a link to it. Here's a link to 5 Dimes. It's so beneficial for you guys to have a 5 Dimes account. I don't care if you have a local book back in your home state of Indiana or wherever you're located. Throw a little bit of money in 5 Dimes. That way you can bet some of these cool little props that we bet, some of these other bets that we take advantage of, we make extra money on every single week that you guys can't normally take advantage of. You live here in Vegas, open up a 5 Dimes account. Live in New Jersey, open up a 5 Dimes account. Throw some money in there. It doesn't have to be a lot of money. Throw some money in there. That way you can take advantage of some of these other opportunities that you normally wouldn't have. If not, you're going to just be on the sidelines watching us have fun. So I started out with Kansas yesterday on the money line. I dropped that one. We lost by 1 point with a chance to win. Yeah, who dat Bob? It's super easy once you figure it out. Just go to Coinbase.com. Go to Coinbase.com, open up an account, use your credit or debit card to purchase Bitcoin. And then I don't recommend using your bank account because they make you wait until that e-check clears, which is like a week for them. All right, use a credit or debit card to fund your account at Coinbase. Buy Bitcoin. They're going to charge you, fees, but it's no different than using a credit card offshore. So buy the Bitcoin and then send the Bitcoin to 5 Dimes. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, Georgia State, they were down big at the half. We had them on the money line. Yesterday was a very odd day for me. I don't mind, and I explained to you guys, I don't mind taking a money line. I don't mind laying a little extra juice to be able to win by 1 versus laying 2 or 3 or 1. Yesterday, my personal plays, we went 3-1, but believe it or not, I had all money lines, all little money lines, and there was so much value there. Granted, we didn't need them. We almost needed it in the Kansas game if they would have just dropped that last bucket in with plenty of opportunities, but we didn't. So yesterday was an odd money line day. I normally, for all my clients that are with me, know that every now and then you might get a money line bet. It's because it's a value play. The value's there. So we had Georgia State on the money line, didn't end up needing it there. We had the Houston Texans on the money line, which we needed it there. They ended up winning by 3. We laid $1.70 on the money line. We laid $1.70 on the money line, which I have no problem doing. I have zero problems laying $1.70 on the money line to have to win by 1. You know what? Everybody that laid 3 or 3.5, they lost. They got their ass handed to them or they pushed. We all won. Texans laying 3 or 3.5, we won because we took them on the money line. Cash it, baby. And then San Diego State in the evening laying 155 on the money line. Didn't need it. Top Mountain West school or program besides Boise putting the beat down on Central Michigan last night. Showing them boys what a defense looks like. So that was a nice one there. So ended up 3-1. Should have been 4-0. Matter of fact, we should be 8-0 in the last 2 days. But a couple of little heartbreakers. So that's the recap yesterday. College Bowl Package 2-0. Myself 3-1 leading the charge. Don't forget, guys, Game of the Year is today. You have to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern Time to be on it. Also, the props are now available to everybody. So even if you're not on the bowl package, because if you're on the bowl package, you got a couple days for free. But if you're not and you want it, there you go. Oh, yes, and Balling Pros, yes, thank you. SMU, Florida, over yesterday. Easy cash. Easy cash. So, nice one there as well. So, free plays yesterday end up going, depending on if you bet on 5 dimes, the Kansas game, you either went 2-1 or 2-0-1. Hopefully, you guys went 2-0-1. Jonathan, top of the morning to you. So, hold on one second. All right. Princess Chachu, good morning. Ballin' Pros, good morning as well. Again, welcome to everybody that's tuning in. Welcome. If you are new to the channel, Cappers Nation Live, we go live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We're putting out content for you guys. If you are new to the channel and you haven't already done so yet, take 1 second out of your day. Right down below, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. If you're on your computer or your tablet, you're going to see a small little red box in the lower right-hand corner of the video. Just hover your mouse over it. It pops up a little window. You can click that subscribe button. That way you get notified each and every single time we put out a video. It doesn't matter if it's a live show like this or pre-recorded like our daily free play video. You will also be notified. So make sure you hit that little subscribe button as well as the little bell right next to it. That way you get notified each and every single time. All right, guys? Also, it definitely helps us, and we definitely appreciate it. Do us a huge favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. And not only that, because what it's doing is the more user interactions we have, the more comments you guys make, the more thumbs up or thumbs downs, the more shares, the more popular our video will be and more trending. It'll get a higher trending, ranking in the Google algorithm. So it allows us to get more exposure. So the bigger we actually make this, the more I'm going to be able to bring to you guys absolutely free every single day. So if you guys remember, it used to just be one daily free play video with one free play a day. Next thing you know, it was one live show a week on Thursdays. Next thing you know, it was Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Then it was Thursdays, Mondays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Oh, hell, why don't we just make it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Big D Mall, you just bought the NFL play. No regular guaranteed Sunday play day. This is the NFL play of the year. But yes, almost the same thing, but just bigger today. Just bigger today. Darren, I have no idea if you can't private message on YouTube. And if you did, I probably wouldn't be able to check it. So if you want to send me a message, you can send me a DM on Twitter at CapNationKyle, or you can email the company, cd@cappersdirect.com. You can always get a hold of us there. And remember, if you message me on social media, I don't just sit on social media all day long. So if you message me on Twitter, I'm not on Twitter, 24 hours a day. So I probably check. It's probably safe to say I check my email more than I do logging on Twitter. So alrighty. Big T-Mall, same difference, same price. Little different, same price. It's actually supposed to be more money. The normal Sunday play has always been $50. The game of the years are always been $100. Michael Jenkins, anyone who puts a thumbs down is a hater, plain and simple. I do tend to agree with you, but hey, we're appreciative of even if the haters. I mean, we know the haters come and watch. I guarantee you, the haters bet our free plays yesterday, and they made money. Hopefully they lost money on their own, right? Because we all know they made money on our free plays yesterday. Darren, how much am I putting down on the game of the year? Undecided at the moment. I'm well into the 5 figures right now, so might go a little bit more. I don't know. Won't touch 6 figures, that's for sure. It's been a while since I did that. I've done that a couple times, and we went 1-1. Made a little money because of a underdog situation, but I do have in the 5s on it, so. The bigger question, Darren, is not how much I'm going to have on it. The bigger question, Darren, is how much you're going to have on it. And since you're not on the game of the year, all you have to do is click this link that I just posted and go purchase it, and then you can let us know how much you have on the game of the year. Oh, no, Michael, I know. Michael says, that's what I meant. If you were on board yesterday, how can you put a thumbs down? Exactly. But they come back today. It's the same people every day, I'm sure. Absolutely, Big D Mall. What am I risking? I'm risking a lot. Risking a lot. And when I get off live, I'll probably be going to bet more. Who dat, Bob? I'm on the Saints +7, Ravens -4.5 teaser. That's a nice teaser right there, Bob. That's a nice teaser there, Bobby. I like that one. Darren, you only bet 1,000? Well, then I guess you'd make 1,000. So once you're on board the game of the year, you let me know that we know you've got $1,000 on it. Andre, thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. Mr. Sanders as well. Trent, I see you got it. Michelle, Mr. Engel. Oh, Tiny's new and used homes got it as well. Trevor, Tracy Ball, thank you. Nick, Mr. Roth, Michael Phillips. See all of you guys. Absolutely, Mike, thank you. Stat Guap, you need to make a major comeback for real. No doubt about it. It always, it definitely sucks when you lose the big games. And it happens from time to time. It happens from time to time. That's why we take care of everybody. If you were on my game of the week or guaranteed Saturday, those things happen. You have to be able to count for it. That's why we always preach never bet what you can't afford to lose because things happen. Unfortunately, we didn't get the point production that we needed in order to be successful yesterday on those plays. So unfortunately, they didn't come through. But that's the main reason why I always preach, always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid because, you take a stab at the big games. They hurt when you lose. I'll be the first one to admit it. They hurt when you lose. We all know that. But they should never sting you so bad that you can't come back the next day and 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 try and grind your way back to satisfaction. Yeah, Robert, it's going to go, it's going to go where it was today, and we knew that. That's why we put it out, a couple days ago. But again, still, it's not an issue. It's still, the line's perfect. Line's perfect. The line is absolutely perfect. Ray, you said you had the New England and the under? The game yesterday went over, that game. Over, okay. I was going to say, hold on, we want a premium play if it stayed under. I must have been looking at the wrong score. All right, so what we have on tap today. We got NFL, we got NBA, we got college basketball, and NHL. Rio C in the house, what's going on? Glenn W., good morning. But what we've got going on today, obviously NFL, a lot of games on the board today, guys. It's going to be a great day. Mr. Miles, thanks for jumping on board. The game of the year. Going to be a great time. Not only are we going to hammer that game of the year, but I know I'm sweeping the board today. 2 near misses going 3-1 and 3-1. I'm done with that. I'm moving on to the sweep. I'm tired of that 3-1 bullshit. Mr. Parker, thanks for jumping on board. The game of the year. So I know I'm tired of the 3-1s. And myself personally, I put out 2 NFL games as well as 2 college hoops games. Premium plays today have 3 NFL games and a college basketball game. And I will tell you this much. Jose, what's going on? Mr. Pham, what's going on? You need to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern time to get on the game of the year. Oh, yeah, Nick, I'll take 3-1, but here's the thing. We lost Kansas yesterday on the money line. They have a chance to win with a couple seconds left. And then Friday, I had the Pelicans on the money line, minus 120 or whatever it was, 125, against Golden State. They were down by like 25 points or 28 points. They battled back. They were up 4 with less than a minute to go, and they end up losing. So to have those 2 heartbreakers, I mean, yes, consolation, I'll take 3-1, and I will not complain, and I'll take 3-1 every single day. But I'm tired of not having that big sweep. All right, I'm tired of not having that big sweep. I've actually went 3-1 3 out of the last 5 days. 3-1 3 out of the last 5 days, 2-1-1 another day, and then we did have that 1 in 3 days. So overall, the last 5 days have been fantastic, and definitely looking for more. As a matter of fact, it's actually been 3-1 4 out of the last 7 days. So speaking of my personal plays, if you're not on them, you might want to get on them because I'm sweeping the board today. All right, I'm sweeping the board today. 2011, 2 free picks today. We have free picks every day. You're in the free pick house. We're just going to go right down the phone, so make sure you grab a piece of paper and a pen, and we're just going to start reading them off to you, one by one, and bet the farm on them. No, I'm just teasing you. Yes, we have free plays coming. We have free plays coming. But we do breakdowns and do stuff like that, and we may not give you a lot of free plays every day, but what we put you on is quality quality, quality. But again, if you're not on my personal plays, you can pick up 3 days for $99, 2 weeks for $250. That deal is coming off the board, I believe, tonight. So if you know that you're going to be renewing, now's the time to renew. If you know you're a day or two away, you should probably renew for my personal plays. I'm just telling you guys that right now because that 2 weeks for $250, that's going away tonight. All right, that's going away tonight at midnight. So you don't want to miss out. All right, so don't miss out on that one. Shane Russell is the game of the year. Jets, Jets, Jets. No. Not the cab video. Not the cabbie video. That was a good time. Yes, he did, Jonathan. Sad and depressing. StatQuap, if you want to know, email me. I'm not answering one question about the NFL Game of the Year, except you need to be signed up by 1 p.m. And it's in the NFL. If you need to know specifics because your bookie doesn't allow you to play certain wagers, but if you're able to play our other games, then you should be able to play this one. Phil, thanks for jumping on board the Game of the Year. Always appreciated. All right, so we're going to jump into some game day breakdowns. We got a lot of games on the board today. If you guys are not aware, there was NFL yesterday. All right, there was some NFL yesterday. If you guys were not aware, everything is running slow on my system today. We had 3 games. The Texans beating the Buccaneers 23-20. That's why we took the Texans on the money line. The Patriots beating the Bills 24-17. That total went over, not by much. The 49ers escaping that push by the Rams 34-31. And a game that everybody said was going under. I gave you guys that nice lean during the live show on the over. And I did bet it. I know a lot of people bet it because I had a lot of people ask me by text about that lean yesterday. And we all hammered that one. Give me 1 second here, real quick. Just want to check something. Just want to check something out. And then we're going to jump into our game day breakdowns. We're going to start right at the top of the board. We're going to take a look at the Lions and Broncos game. Leans yesterday had a winning day for all the leans in the show. Rams +7, the over. Alrighty. So, we're going to try and touch. If you can play everything, then you can bet the game. If you can play everything, then you can bet the game. Well, if you need to know, then don't buy or sign up for it. But if you can bet everything, then you're all set. A winner's a winner. All right, guys, let's get to the breakdowns. Game 457, 458, Lions Broncos, Bronco Stadium, Mile High. Guys, what do we got here? 5-9 Broncos, 3-10-1 Lions. Take a look at the line. Opened up as a pick, all right? Opened up as a pick. We all know where the line went, all right? You got Denver laying 7. Total opened up at 37.5. It actually went up a point, believe it or not. Total is up to 38.5 right now. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. Let's take a look at what they have. Hold on one second. Let me pop up. So how many of you guys went on our website in the middle of the night or early Eastern time? By about 8 or before 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Did any of you guys go to our website at all? And if you did, you might have seen that we actually had the live odds up there. Jermaine, thank you for the thumbs up. Andre, did you see it was actually right next to the home tab. Did you see that we had the option up there for the odds? We had all of, they pulled it down because we're beta testing it. And when I got on it, I was able to find an error. Hold on one second. Let me 1 second. So, I just sent a text seeing if they can put them back up live for everybody. That way you guys can have access to the live. Andre, you missed it. StackWeb, Andre's not going to say what it is. If you want to know what it is, just purchase it. If you don't, then don't. No, Chuck, feel free to rewind to the beginning of the show. We do a full recap of everything that we have, brother. We have a full recap of everything that we did. From our 2-0, from our bowl package, 3-1, my personal plays. You name it, we talked about it. But what really matters, Chuck, is that NFL Game of the Year that you bought today, that's a winner. That's a winner, sir. And again, I think you purchased after we were live, but thanks, Chuck, for jumping on board the Game of the Year as well. I do agree, Andre. This is going to be a nice big win for all of us. Michael, morning, Kyle. Any thoughts on underdogs winning today? My honest opinion, yes. I think there's going to be some dogs winning today. Not only covering the spread, I think some dogs are going to be winning outright today. I think there's some low dangling fruit in the NFL. As well as college hoops. Hold on one second. Tony Rajudi just sent you a nice text message right back to you, brother. Ray Kimball, I hope the Browns ain't one of them. Who dat Bob says it won't be the Titans, but he's probably a little biased sitting there in New Orleans today. The question is, are you outside tailgating today, or are you at home? Ortho says, Ed, the Dolphins all the way. Bengals should sit Dalton and put in Grandmont quarterback and get Burrow in the draft. Bengals already have the number 1 draft pick. Bengals already have the number 1 draft pick. They're getting that. They're getting that. So, but we are going to talk about the games today. I think there is some low dangling fruit, and there's some great opportunities today. I really do. I really do. So, we're going to talk about those here. Ortho, I think you're on to something as well. I didn't know, who dat, if you guys went under the bridge and still tailgated and brought the TVs out there. The playoff tailgate. See, that's what I need to. I need to come back out for that one. I need to come back out for that one. That would be fun. Ray needs just the Ravens to win. All right, guys, so what we're going to do, we're going to start doing the breakdowns. We're going to try and get through as many as we can today, but what do we got on the board? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 NFL games today, so I don't think we're going to be able to break them all down. We're going to hit some of them. We're going to hit some of them where I think you guys might not be paying attention to, or some games that might be getting overlooked that are not marquee matchups. Some of the teams have something to play for. Some of them don't have anything to play for other than their coaches, kind of like Atlanta. And we're going to talk about the Falcons and the Jaguars, even though on paper they have nothing to play for. The Falcons are playing for head coach, all right? They're playing for their coach. They've actually been playing great as of late, and they're definitely playing hard, whereas Jacksonville, they were done. They packed it in a long time ago. So, without further stalling, let's get underway. Let's get underway. 457, 458, Detroit and Denver. Like we said, opened up as a pick. Denver is now laying 7. Total is up to 38.5. Take a look at the live lines on our website, which are still, they were not hidden a little bit ago, but then they were hidden because we found an error, but it actually resolved itself. It's in the beta testing mode. But I can tell you on this one, the Westgate still has it at 7. DraftKings 7, MGM 7, the D Casino 7, with the total on the rise. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay. 1 second here. So for everybody that doesn't know, we are going to be bringing you guys not only faster than the average delayed odds, but we're also going to be bringing you guys the option to get live odds as well. Ours is in a beta testing mode right now. So ours is in a beta testing mode, and I just found another little glitch in the system. So hopefully it'll be live later today, if not tomorrow. Ray, it's cappersdirect.com. I just posted a link just straight to the website. And then if you want that guaranteed game, just click on the guaranteed tab at the top. But we should have our live, it's actually going to be live for you guys with the actual live odds version. For a couple days before they make us switch to the display, which will be a delayed, and then obviously we're going to have something fun for all of our members to be able to get the live. Live is going to be cool. Live instant line movements and all of that good stuff. So, let's get back to the game day breakdown. because we're going to try and get through as many as we can this morning. All right, first of all, Lions 3-10-1 against the, or 3-10-1 straight up, 6-8 against the spread, 9-5 to the over. You got the Broncos 5-9 straight up, 8-6 against the spread, 6-8 to the over. All right, guys, Broncos coming off a 23-3 loss against Kansas City. Hold on one second, folks. Okay. All right. Denver, 20-10 against the spread. The last 10 years against pathetic defensive teams allowing more than 26.5 points per game. Detroit is just 1-9 against the spread their last 10 games on the road versus an opponent after a blowout straight-up loss of 20 points or more. For everybody that doesn't know, Kansas City put the beat down on the Broncos last week. Taking a look at the Lions, what can we say about them? They have not put up a win since they beat the Giants back on October 27th. All right, guys, they lost to the Raiders, the Bears, the Cowgirls, the Redskins, the Bears again, the Vikings, the Buccaneers, and here they get the Broncos. All right, Denver 10-0 on the under against pathetic defensive teams, allowing more than 26.5 points per game. These two teams have not played in over 4 years. So when somebody tells you that the road teams are this or the road teams are that, 3-2 straight up, 4-1 against the spread in the last 5. These two teams haven't played in the last 4 years. So throw that shit right out the window. All right? As far as these two teams go, obviously they have nothing to play for, other than maybe their coach and maybe a little personal pride, draft picks, etc. Robert says the Cowboys whooped the Eagles. Guys, Lions averaging 21.7 points per game, averaging 99 yards on the ground at 3.8 yards per carry, 262 in the air at 7.1 yards per attempt. Then you got the Broncos averaging 17.1 points per game, 103 on the ground, averaging 4.1 yards per carry, as well as 196 in the air. Taking a look at the defensive side of things, you've got the Lions that give up 26.6 points per game, 113 on the ground to opposing offenses, rushing the ball at 4 yards a carry, 289 in the air, giving up 7.7 yards per passing attempt, and the Lions are also -5 on turnovers. Lions -5 on turnovers. Taking a look at the Broncos on defense, they give up 20.3 points per game, 114 on the ground at 4.2 yards per carry is what they average giving up, as well as 224 in the air at 6.7 yards per passing attempt. Broncos are +1 on the turnovers. Vincent Contreras says, at Robert B, I think the same. Cowboys are going to put the points up. Keep in mind, Dak has not thrown a ball during regular practice. Now, this could just be a ploy. Serious than we thought. For Dak, you guys all know Elliott has owned the Eagles' front line, running the ball his entire short career. Trace Perry, thank you. I got that one fixed real quick. So as far as this one goes for today, guys, as far as this one goes, I think laying 7 on the Broncos is a lot. Even though they're playing the Lions, I still think laying 7 is a lot. I think the Lions put up some points. I think the Broncos put up some points. I know a lot of people are rolling with the under, obviously. I do like the over here. So I do have a little lean on the over 38.5. Michael Jenkins, you need to be able to. You need to be able to use the one account next time that you created the other day. Having two IP addresses on our website under or under two different names will lock you out. So you need to call me after the live show so I can get your account squared away. That way it doesn't lock you out. It'll shut you down for fraud prevention. Because our system is very, very, very protective over individuals. So make sure you call me after the live show so it doesn't lock you out. It'll lock you out of the future as well. All right, so Neverez, thank you for jumping on board the game of the year as well. Definitely going to be a great time. I see you just jumped on board that. Same thing, Kurt, as well. Thank you, sir. I know both of you are already on my personal plays, and we're going to be sweeping the board today. No more of this 3-1 bullshit. No more of this 3-1 bullshit on my personal plays. If you're not on my personal plays, you probably should today, because I am pissed off at 3-1s, and I'm ready to rock and roll. All right, next game that we're going to touch. We're going to go right down the list. Next game that we're going to touch. Well, we're going to skip and bounce around to a few. All right, we're going to skip and bounce around because obviously we can't do 12 games today. I would love to, but we can't. We'd probably still be talking when the games are starting. Next game we're going to talk about, which is another have nothing to play for, but we were just talking about it a little bit, all right? Jacksonville and Atlanta. All right, we're going to talk about that one next. Give me 1 second here. We want to get the breakdowns on the screen just like we did the other day for you guys. Give me 1 second. This one we're going to do. This one, let's see here. The total on this one, 4-7. Okay. Should be able to get this one on the screen for you guys. All right, next one. Next one, game 461, 462. Jaguars, Falcons. Yeah, I know, exciting, right? Exciting. One team's playing for something. They're playing for their head coach. All right, guys. Falcons are playing for their head coach, trying to save his position. No doubt about it, the way they've been playing as of late has been much better. They've won 4 out of their last 6 games. Beaten the Saints. The Panthers, they did drop a game to the Buccaneers, and then they also dropped their revenge game for the Saints a couple weeks ago. And then most notably, they beat Carolina and then the 49ers last week with that late score, if you guys remember. Line on this one opened up. Falcons laying 7. They're still laying 7 in some spots. All right, I can still find 7 at the MGM. I can still find 7 at William Hill. 5 Dimes has it at 7. Stations have it at 7. However, it is creeping up. The Westgate just moved it to 7.5. Total opened up at 46. It's up a full point to 47 as well. Ed AG, I appreciate that. Ed AG says 115 people watching, only 37 likes. Don't be scared to hit the thumbs up. Yes, guys, we do appreciate it. It definitely helps us out when you guys hit that big thumbs up button. So please do hit that thumbs up button. And then when you're done with that, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already done so, to the 120 people that are here, if you are new to this channel, take 1 second out of your day. Hit that subscribe button right down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you get notified every single time we put out a video. If we're live or it's pre-recorded, we've got free plays in it, so you'll be notified, all right? You'll be notified. Tap that little bell next to it, and again, if you haven't already done so, hammer that big thumbs up button. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. It certainly helps us out. It gets our video trending on YouTube, gets it all in the right places in the YouTube algorithm and their rankings, and that helps build the channel. The bigger we build this, the more subscribers we get, the more we'll be doing for you guys absolutely free. So again, thank you to everybody that does. All right, back to the breakdown. Jaguars 5-9 straight up, 6-8 against the spread, 8-6 on the over on the year. The Falcons 5-9 straight up, 5-8-1 against the spread, 6-8 to the over, the exact opposite of the Jags. Jacksonville's 4-1 against the spread on the road with starting quarterback Minshew Madness. Falcons 0-10 against the spread. The last 10 games of a non-conference game. Falcons 15-5 on the under. At home against mistake-free offenses averaging less than 1.3 turnovers per game. These two teams have not faced off in over 4 years. So throw that stat right out the window. Someone's going to tell you the under is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. Great. That's dating back to like 1994. So throw it out the window. Falcons have won 2 straight, beating quality opponents in the 49ers 29-22 and the Panthers 40-20. Taking a look at Jacksonville, they are coming off a loss. They snapped their 5-game losing streak where they lost to the Texans, the Colts, the Buccaneers, the Chargers, and the Titans. They ended up beating the Raiders last week in their final game at Raiders Stadium. They beat them 20-16, came back and beat them and basically embarrassed them. Taking a look at the numbers, at what each team's been doing so far on the year. All year long, Jacksonville averaging 17.9 points per game, 109 yards on the ground, running 4.5 yards per carry, 236 in the air at 6.4 yards per passing attempt. Falcons averaging 23.5 points a game, and they've been picking that up, guys. Their numbers have risen over the last couple games. 40 2 weeks ago, 29 in their win over the 49ers last week, putting 29 up on their defense, which we all saw had some holes in it because the Rams put up 31 yesterday. Falcons averaging 81 yards on the ground. Not much, but with old Ryan at the helm, 289 in the air at 6.9 yards per passing attempt. Taking a look at the Jacksonville defense, they give up 25.2 yards or 25.2 points per game. They give up 140 on the ground. If you want to run against Jacksonville, you can. You just run. You just run. They ain't going to tackle you, all right? Just keep on going. All right, they give up 140 yards on the ground a game, 5.1 yards per passing attempt. So if you don't think the run game is going to be part of Atlanta's program, who only averages 80 to 81 yards a game on the ground, the run will be part of their program today. Now, Jacksonville also gives up 232 in the air at 7.3 yards per passing attempt. Both teams are in the negative when it comes to turnovers. -3 for Jacksonville, -9 for the Falcons. Falcons giving up just 26.1. I know, just, huh? Almost 4 touchdowns. Almost 4 touchdowns a game is what they give up. 109 on the ground, 4.1 yards per passing attempt. Excuse me, 4.1 yards per rushing attempt. They also give up 254 in the air at 7.4 yards per passing attempt. Brandon, I see you just jumped on board for my personal plays. I'll be texting those to you right now. Excuse me, Sonny. Thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. It's going to be a great time. Hold on 1 second. Brandon, I'm going to send them to you. If you guys want to get what Brandon's getting, Brandon is getting my personal plays. We have went 3-1, 3 out of the last 5 days, 4 out of the last 7, 2 straight. If you want to get this text message just like Brandon, all you got to do is go jump on board my personal plays and you too can be cool. Shane says, Falcons money line, way to go. Ortho says, Ravens first half looks great. They might sit Lamar and let the Browns backdoor cover. Alrighty, so, like we said, both defenses, both teams, guys, are in the negative in turnovers. -6 for the Falcons, -3 in turnovers on the year for Jacksonville. As far as this one goes, Atlanta laying the 7. If you can still find 7, I think there's value in it. I think they're going to put up points. They're not going to stop. They're playing for the coach today. So if they have a chance to run up the score or put some extra points on the board, they definitely will in this one. I do not have a play on this one, but I do like it. I do like Atlanta laying the 7 if you can still get 7. And I also like the over 47 as well. Princess Chachu, yes, the Saints are playing in Tennessee today. Saints are playing in Tennessee today. They're playing at Nissan Stadium. Mariota going to be watching from the bench. All right. Next one we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about it. Giants and the Redskins. Giants and the Redskins. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it quick. We're going to move on quick. Because the next one we're going to do after this I don't know if it's Baltimore out for revenge. I know that definitely they don't want to lose again, but they're just out looking for that number 1 seed. But obviously, yeah, the revenge, but I don't think they're going to risk keeping Lamar and to run the score up. They run the score up, then they're going to bounce. Alrighty, so next game that we're going to take a look at, Giants, Redskins, game 465, 466. Let me get this one on the screen for you guys. All right, here we go. So get that on the screen for you guys. I might have gave a pick on this one, but you mind if I break it down? I think it would be okay if I broke it down for everybody that got the play, because I didn't break this one down in the video. I made the video short and sweet. And again, I'm not giving the play on this one. I'm not giving the play. I'm going to give a lean on the total on this one. But if you want the free play on this one, you're going to have to go watch that other video. So if you know what it is, please don't post it in the comments, or I'll boot you and I'll delete you. I'll delete the comment. I did give it out, but I didn't give it a breakdown. All I said was Daniel Jones is back. And Washington has been playing pretty good. But no, did not give out any breakdown. All right, guys. Giants, Redskins, game 465, 466. The battle of the 3-11s. Giants 5-9 against the spread, 8-6 to the over. The Redskins 6-8 against the spread, 6-8 on the over. All right, guys, taking a look at this game. Line opened up with the Redskins laying 3. Last night it was up to a pick or down to a pick, depending on which way you're looking at it. Now you have the Giants favored by 1. You've got some money coming in on the Giants. Both teams battle of the 3 and 11s, and money is coming in on one side, and it's actually coming in pretty heavy. Total opened up at 43. It is down a full point to 42. When you're taking a look at both teams, obviously, well, first of all, Ryan says this should be an ugly game. I agree. It's definitely going to be an ugly game. One side's going to win. I guess it's a possibility there could be a tie. Giants are 9-1 against the spread on the road against lesser passing defenses, yielding more than 6.75 yards per attempt. The Redskins 0-7 against the spread at home after playing the Eagles. The Redskins 8-2 on the under their last 10 games at home versus an opponent before playing the Eagles. These two teams have played recently. The Giants winning 24-3. All right, guys, the Giants winning 24-3. Back on September 29th, total was set over and under 48, and that one stayed under. Now, these two teams play regularly, twice a year. Under the total is 8-4 in the last 12 between the Redskins and the Giants. Giants coming off of their big win over the Dolphins, 36-20. Before that, way too many losses in a row. Well, to the tune of 9. Taking a look at the other side of the field, you got the Redskins coming off of 2 straight losses to the Eagles and the Packers. They lost to the Eagles 37-27, as well as losing to the Eagles 20-15. Both games they were very competitive against. They had 2 straight wins before that, beating the Lions 19-16, as well as beating the Panthers 29-21. Taking a look at the numbers, the Giants averaging 20.2 points per game, 15.4 for the Redskins. Giants averaging 97 yards a game on the ground, 222 in the air at 6 yards per passing attempt. Redskins averaging 101 on the ground, 4.5 yards per passing attempt, as well as 4.5 yards per carry, as well as 168 in the air at 5.8 yards per passing attempt. Taking a look at both defenses. Both defenses give up some points, 27.3 points per game for the Giants, 24.8 for the Redskins. You want to run? You could run on either one of these teams. Giants give up 115 yards per carry, 136 to the Redskins, 262 yards in the air on opposing offenses against the Giants defense, as well as 227 to the Redskins. Now the Giants negative 15 on turnovers. Negative 15 on turnovers. Give it to Daniel Jones. He's going to run the ball, and he's probably going to fumble it too. At one point today, he will fumble the ball, which, who knows, maybe that'll be one of our prop plays. Now, the Redskins are +2 on turnovers. You have a 17 turnover differential, all favoring the Redskins. All right? All favoring the Redskins. If you want a free play on the side of this game, there is an opportunity for it. It's in our daily free play video. All you have to do is go watch that video, and there is a free play on the side of this game. The only thing that we ask is when you go over there and you watch that video, because you're going to make money on that free play, you're also going to get a winner on that one, just like we did yesterday's free play. All right? The only thing we ask is when you get over there, just give us a thumbs up, drop us a comment, and then make yourself some easy money. So, as far as the total on this one, I like the run games from both programs. All right? I like the Giants running the ball. I like the Redskins running the ball. I like the fact that when Daniel Jones tries to run, he's probably going to fumble it at least once today. As far as the total goes, I think the total is a tad bit too low. Now, historically, all year long, both of these teams don't score. They only average barely over 35.5 points a game. I'm going to go the opposite, Who Dat Bob. I think the run game gets some points on the board. I don't think it's going to be hard to pass the 42 mark today. I think it's going to be not by much, but I think it could be decided by a field goal when it's close. For that, maybe a 24-21 final. So for that, I do go towards the over on this one. Even though the trend on this one is the under, and everybody's on the under, I lean towards the over on this one for that fact. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. Shane says 23-20. You know, if you take a missed extra point, which we should always factor into our equation now, because kickers are missing extra points nearly every single game, that's a good a score prediction right there, 23-20. Who dat Bob says he's thinking 21-20. Ortho says, Kyle, excellent call. Redskins, Giants over 42. They will play no defense today. There's nothing in it for the defense. That I do agree. But, you know, both teams can't stop the run. They give up 251 yards combined to the run game. Although the Giants have been holding people to 3.9 yards per carry, I think that's going to be tough today against the Washington backs. AP will probably go off and rip a couple. And who dat Bob, definitely about the kickers. Kickers are missing those most, I mean, it's getting ridiculous when it comes to kickers. William, I like your text message. Kickers this year, I mean, we thought it was bad last year. Remember that Chargers kicker last year? What was that guy's name that they ended up shit canning? He was missing extra point after extra point after extra point. I mean, it's the NFL. You get paid to kick a flipping extra point. You get paid to kick field goals. It used to be anything under 40 yards was a gimme 3 or a 1 point extra point. Now they move that extra point back a couple yards. They're not no gimmies no more. Field goals. They're like the elusive field goal. How many do we see missed in a game now? Same thing with extra points. We need to start finding a prop on how many extra points will be missed on a week or in a weekend. On an NFL Sunday. They'd probably have to set the bar at 4.5 or 5. Kickers, you get paid to kick the flipping ball through the uprights. Now start doing your jobs, especially for us overbettors, right? Because how many totals have we lost where you lost by the hook and there was a missed extra point? Or don't cover the spread by the hook because I missed an extra point. Happens all the time. Thomas McDonald, run opens the pass game. I think you are right with the total. I agree 100% with what you just said. Not that I'm right with the total, but run opens up the pass game, no doubt about it. 100%. A lot that have hit the uprights as well, no doubt about that one. I mean, there's some college kids. That kicker for what team? What is it, App State? Somebody needs to draft him. Somebody needs to draft that kid. So 3 breakdowns so far. Let's see if we can get a little bit better of a quality of a game rather than 2 shitty ones. Let's scroll to Sunday Night Football. Yeah, Thomas, they did sign him. If he actually plays a game, I would be amazed. Remember, they only had to pay him for a couple weeks, and then he'll be getting playoff money, which doesn't cost the team anything. All right, next one we're going to do. Chiefs and the Bears. Ryan says Bears winning this one, folks, or covering. Full disclaimer, Ryan might be a little biased. He is the biggest Bears fan in the world. Ortho says Bengals and Dolphins. We can definitely do that one. We'll do that one next. All right, Ortho, we'll do that one next. Give me 1 second, folks. Give me 1 second. For everybody that doesn't know, I was not made aware of this until this morning. We had talked about it internally here at the company. For everybody that wanted our prop package, for everybody that wanted our props, up until this morning, it was exclusively for 3 days for people that were on our bowl package. We made it exclusive to them. We knew that we were going to be bringing it out. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to be bringing it out until next week, but it's up. Now, the props are not posted because they're probably just coming out, and Jay and myself have to go sit down as soon as we're off the live and knock out our props. We already have a good gauge of them on what they're going to be. We just need to go and sit down and actually most of the props are already out. Not all of them, but most of them are already out. So we need to go sit down and go through them as well, and then they'll be posted on the website in approximately an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. But if you want to get access to our props, if you're not on board the bowl package, you can get our props. They're actually, in my opinion, really cheap. The only thing that I asked, I said, if you come out with the prop package, make it cheap so that way everybody can participate. That way everybody can participate in the props. Make it so a $5 bettor can take advantage of our props. Okay, that's what I wanted. That was basically my only request to the company. And they absolutely delivered on that request. It's $30 for an entire week. Your $5 prop bettor, you'll be making money. If you guys remember, gave you guys one of the props yesterday on the Rams game. Rams team total over 1/2 point in the first quarter, minus $1.30. That was an easy winner on the first drive. But if you guys want props, there you go. You can buy them by the week, the month, or the year. It's $30, $90, or $500. So obviously, the month is a lot cheaper. So it's basically buy 3 weeks, get a fourth free. So that'll cover all sports, NBA, NFL, you name it. If we've got a prop on it, college basketball, you name it. If we put out a prop on it, you'll have access to it. So they should never be something that you're betting like a premium play. Obviously, you should be betting smaller on them. For instance, I put anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 on premium plays in my personal plays. I put $500 on a prop, but that's me. If you're betting $500 on a game, you should probably be putting 30 to 50 on a prop. Betting $100 a game. Keep breaking it down to the equivalent. Ortho says the Rams' first quarter prop yesterday should be the play of the year. That was too easy. I agree. I definitely agree. And again, a lot of these props, we take our props right off the 5 Dimes website. Those are where our official props come from. And Ortho, you're very welcome. It's always my pleasure to be able to give those out. We take all of our props from 5 Dimes, from their website, and that's what we base it off of. They're a paying advertiser here. If you want to be able to bet those props, because a lot of the props are exclusive to 5 Dimes, we actually put their game number next to it. So, for instance, yesterday we had Deshaun Watson over 26.5 rushing yards. That was a winner. We put game 3709. Or James Winston passing yards over 303.5. Winner, game number 3803. Or Singletary rushing yards over 65.5. Game 4723 yesterday. That was a loser. So we will put the game number exclusive to 5 Dimes. Super easy. So make sure you guys, I just posted the link above. Go open up a 5 Dimes account. It doesn't matter if you just put $100 in there or 10,000. All right. If you have something in there to be able to take advantage of, especially when we give out certain bets like that, you'll be able to take advantage of it. All right. Because there's a lot of opportunities to make extra money that your normal book or the casino here in town doesn't offer. Hold on one second, folks. Alrighty, so let's get to this next game day breakdown for you guys. Don't forget our game of the year. You need to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern time for our NFL game of the year. For everybody that's not on it, you need to. I'll post a link to that as well. And remember, you could actually get our game of the year for free included in a package. You could buy a week of premium plays, and this package goes away tonight. It's a week of premium plays. You get the NFL game of the year. You get my next game of the week as well as our next guaranteed Saturday, and that's $300. That's the steal right there. That's the steal right there. Because next week guaranteed Saturday is $150. My game of the week is $100. Right there, that's $300 in plays. So you're basically getting a week of premium plays for free. Alrighty. All right, so let's get back to the game day breakdowns. Alex, good morning. Sucks to have the flu. That does suck, brother. I hope you feel better. All right, guys. Chiefs and the Bears. Sunday night football game, 479-480. Chiefs opened up as a 4-point favorite. They're obviously not laying 4 now. It's at 6.5. Total opened up at 45. It is down to 44, believe it or not. Down to 44. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. Take a look at their NFL odds. They have the game minus 6.5, minus $1.10, and over and under 44. They also have the first half line, Chiefs laying 3.5, over and under 21.5 on the first half. They actually have the Chiefs first half total set over and under 12.5 minus 125, or 13.5 minus $1.05 for the individual team total. Martha Garcia, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well. John, happy holidays to you as well. Marquette Watkins, what's the cutoff time for the game of the year? 1 p.m. Eastern time. 1 p.m. Eastern time. All right, guys, taking a look at game 479 and 480. Bears 7-7 straight up, 5-9 against the spread, 5-9 to the over, 9-5 on their games going under the total. The Chiefs 10-4 straight up, 9-5 against the spread, 7-7 on the over, riding a nice 4-game win streak. They've won 5 out of their last 6 games. With wins over the Vikings, they did drop at their game against Tennessee, losing 35-32 when they were laying 5 points. They beat the Chargers 24-17. They beat the Raiders 40-9. They beat the Patriots 23-16 as a 3.5-point dog. And then they covered the spread against Denver last week, laying 9, 23-3. Taking a look at the Bears. The Bears, they've won 4 out of their last 6 games. They did lose last week to Green Bay. They lost by 8, 21-13. They beat the Cowboys 31-24. They struggled against the Lions They did not cover the spread. However, they did beat them 24-20. They did beat the Giants 19-14. However, they lost to the Rams before that, losing 17-7. That was before Sean McVay decided to turn up his offense and say, "All right, let's go back to last year's playbook and put some points up on the board." Kyle, to withdraw my winnings, is Bitcoin a choice? Absolutely, and it's my preferred method to deposit and withdraw. Why? Because Bitcoin exclusive customers get first right to Bitcoin withdrawals, and they're faster. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Give me 1 second. Mr. Watson, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yang, thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. Joseph as well. You guys are absolutely going to love it. Rick as well, thank you for jumping on as well. I know you're new to the website, so welcome, welcome, welcome. And again, for everybody that's just tuning in, we're getting ready to start breaking down the Chiefs and the Bears game. You guys are late to the program, but better late than never. We already broke down the Denver game, the Falcons game, the Giants and the Redskins game. Feel free to either rewind and catch yourself up or rewind later, and then you can watch that as well. So, if you are new, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new to our channel, take 1 second out of your day. Right down below, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You guys will, and then tap that little bell next to it. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop a video. It doesn't matter if it's pre-recorded or a live show like this, you will be notified. So hit that subscribe button, and then when you're done with that, hit that big thumbs up button, guys. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work that we do. Over 140 people here, 165 here actually, and only 70 thumbs up. So don't be afraid. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. We go live 7 days a week. We put out content 365 days a year. So since we go live 7 days a week, we're going to be live again tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, breaking down Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, putting you guys on winners every single day. Sonny, good morning to you. And yes, thank you for jumping on board the game of the year as well. It's going to be a great time, and it's going to be some money. Money, 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 money. And you can see, because of the little line movement that we've got in that, just how many people we have on board that game of the year. So it is absolutely selling hot like hotcakes, and the books definitely have some extra large value on it today. That's a fact. That's a fact. So let's get back to the Chiefs and the Bears game for everybody, where we're going to continue to break that one down. Alrighty. First of all, Kansas City 13-5 against the spread on the road after a conference straight-up win. The Bears are just 1-7 against the spread at home versus an opponent on a winning streak of 4 or more games. And then the Bears 29-5 on the under their last 34 games at home after a game with a turnover margin of -2 or worse. Chris, thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. Mr. Brackens as well. Thank you, sir. Always a great time. You lose money, you win money with Bitcoin fluctuating. Last week it was down to like 6,200, then it shot right back up to 7,200. So you could have made money either way. So, but I generally, unless I'm expecting it to go up or go down, I generally won't hold Bitcoin. I do it for my transfer and then I cash out. If somebody wants to give you some recent head-to-head stats, throw them right out the window. All right, guys, when somebody gets on there and they're going to try and tell you the under the total is 6-0, guys, it's going back to like 1994 or 1995, something like that. All right? They've only played 2 times in the last decade. The rest were in the 90s. Well, early 2000s. And some of them in the 90s. So, throw that shit right out the window. All right? Let's take a look at the Bears. They're coming off their loss to Green Bay. Before that, they had 3 straight wins that they rattled off against Dallas, Detroit, and the Giants. Some gimme games, except against Dallas, although that's debatable. Some games are gimme games against Dallas. We all know that. We all know that. But Dallas is coming to play today. We'll see if they're going to be able to do what they need to do against the Eagles when it matters the most today. Now, the Chiefs, 4 games straight winning after their loss to Tennessee. They put the beat down on the Chargers, beating them by a touchdown 24-17. They really smoked the Raiders, winning 40-9. They survived and beat New England at Gillette Stadium 23-16, beating them by a touchdown. And they just beat the Broncos 23-3 at home last weekend. Taking a look at the numbers, Kansas City averaging 28.1 points per game, 93 yards on the ground at 4 yards a carry, as well as 291 in the air at 7.9 yards per passing attempt, averaging over 37 passing attempts a game. The Bears averaging just 18.3 points per game, averaging 86 yards on the ground at 3.5 yards per carry, and 213 in the air. Now, Kansas City does give up a few points a game, 20.3 points per game on average, just a hair under 3 touchdowns. They do get ran on. They give up 132 yards to rushing teams, averaging 5 yards a carry. So, if the Bears want to have a running game, here is their opportunity to have one. Kansas City also gives up 225 in the air at 6.3 yards per passing attempt, and they are +7 on turnovers. The Bears -2 on turnovers. All right, taking a look at the Bears on defense. They give up 18.1 points per game. 97 yards on the ground. 3.8 yards per carry is what they give up on average to opposing running teams. They give up 227 in the air, 6.2 yards per passing attempt. And as I said, they're -2 on turnovers. Can you get the game of the year without creating an account? No. You cannot make a purchase without having an account. Having an account just means you're purchasing the game. That's all. Taking a look at Trubisky over the course of his last 4 games. He's actually, with the exception of last week, throwing 2 interceptions and being sacked 3 times. He put up 334 in the air up against Green Bay. He had 1 TD pass. He was sacked 3 times, and he had 2 interceptions. Against the Cowboys, he went 23 of 31, put up 244 in the air, had 3 passing touchdowns against the Cowgirls, 1 interception, and he was sacked twice. Against the Lions, back on the 28th of November, he went 29 of 38, put up 338 in the air. He had 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, and he was also sacked 1 time. And don't forget, against Dallas, he had 10 rushes for 63 yards and a rushing TD. Morning, Mr. Butler. Against the Giants, he went 25 of 41, put up 278 in the air, had 1 passing touchdown, 2 interceptions. He's had an interception now, at least 1, in the last 5 straight games. Sorry, I was looking at some other stats. Trubisky, the wild card in today's game. Which one are you going to get? Which one do you think is going to happen? Guys, post up in the comment section who you guys like. Are you rolling with the Chiefs laying the 6.5? Or are you rolling with the Bears plus the 6.5? Do you like the over 44 or do you like the under 44? Ryan says Bears 75, Kansas City 10. So obviously Ryan's going to take the under. You meant 7.5, right? Jade Boak says, I'm doing a 3-team teaser parlay and getting plus 10 versus spread. Need 3 games. Thinking Ravens, Seahawks need 1 more game. TK Jefferson says, Kansas City. Who Dat Bob says the Chiefs. Anthony says the Chiefs. Ray Kimbrell says the Bears at home. Tar Heel Tim likes the over 44. Jeff Watkins likes the Chiefs laying the 6.5. Good morning, Jeff. Always a great time. I love our Sundays. 183 in the live chat. If you are new to the chat, guys, we're going to be breaking down a couple more games for you guys. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button right down below. Hit that subscribe button. Tap that little bell. That way you get notified every single time we go live or we drop a video. We go live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We're putting out content. We're not done yet. You want free plays? Stick around. Right now we're breaking down games, giving you guys leans. Also, we're going to be giving out some free plays as well and putting you on the right side of games. As far as the side on this game, we do have a play on this one. So maybe I'll give that one for free. But as of right now, it is a premium play. As well, I do have a lean on the total on this one. I do believe Jermaine Reed likes whatever Kyle's on. A smart man. I do believe the Bears are going to be able to put up some points. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes was throwing darts in the snow last week, making snow angels. Now he's going to get nice weather to do it in. So I do think they'll put up points as well. I think the Bears will put up some points. I do lean towards the over on this one, the over 44. I think it's a little low. When I took into consideration everything on this game, I actually thought the total should have been a tad bit higher. They're keeping it right about where the last time they played back in 2015, the total was 43.5. But they're basing that on the last 6 times the game went under. Well, guys, they haven't played when Patrick Mahomes was in the league. All right, the last time they played, Patrick Mahomes was probably still in high school. So, with that being said, I do have a lean on Kansas City and Chicago over the total of 44. Now, somebody did ask for the Bengals and the Dolphins game. Somebody asked for me to break down the Bengals and Dolphins game, 469 and game 470. So we'll do that one right now. We'll do that one next. And then it's almost free play time. It's almost time to put you guys on something juicy. diving into this one real quick. I'm going to get it on the screen for you guys. Get this one on the screen for you guys. And remember, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified every single time we drop a play or we go live, you'll be notified. And again, if you haven't already done so, folks, please do us a huge, big favor. Give us a big thumbs up in the video. Let us know you appreciate all the hard work. Nearly 200 people here. We should have plenty of those as well. Definitely helps get our video trending over 200 now. Trending on YouTube. That way, we can keep building the show, building the brand, because the bigger we make it, the more we'll be giving to you guys absolutely free. If you guys remember, we used to start out with just a one daily video, then it was live 1 day a week on Thursdays, then it was live 3 days a week, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and next thing you know, it was Mondays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and now 7 days a week live. So for everybody that doesn't know and you're new to the YouTube channel, and since you hit that subscribe button right now, you took a second out of your day to do it, we will be live again tomorrow. We're not done yet, so don't go nowhere just yet. We'll be live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. We'll also be live again on Tuesday as well. And matter of fact, hold on, let me just double check something on the football game tomorrow. Because we do have football tomorrow, college football for you guys that don't know. College football starts at 2:30 Eastern time, so we'll be perfect. We'll be live at noon Eastern. We're going to talk about Monday Night Football. We're also going to talk the Marshall UCF Gasparilla Bowl. All right, and then we'll also be live on Christmas Eve. Now, if I go live on Christmas Day, it'll be after Christmas with my little one, because obviously, you guys, I got a 4-year-old daughter who's just a little pride and joy. And I am a kid in a candy store waiting for her to open up her gifts and my wife to open up her gifts as well. So if I go live, it'll probably be from the house or the in-laws just to say hello to everybody. So I would not expect a live show on Christmas. If I do go live, it's basically just to say hello and wish everybody a Merry Christmas. But you will have free plays on Christmas. We give out free plays 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Even if we're betting on girls badminton or Two Turtles Racing, we'll take turtle number 7 down in Tijuana, race 6 on Christmas. Who that, Bobby, need to take off for Christmas? Oh, I take off for Christmas. Christmas's video will be filmed on Christmas Eve, and I won't be anywhere near the office on Christmas, but if I go live, it's going to be literally for 5 or 10 minutes just to say hello to all of you guys, kind of like we did on 4th of July from the house. So, Bill High, what's going on? No plays, no props just yet. Gave out a lot of leans. We gave out 5 different leans on 4 different games. And speaking of props, if you guys want to take advantage of our props, this is the first time that they've actually opened it up to everybody. I didn't think it was going to be coming this soon. The props, if you're on the bull package, you've still got props for today. They're not posted yet. Me and Jay will be finishing them up in about 45 minutes to an hour, and they'll be on the website. But if you want the props are available. You can now, if you're not on the bull package, you can still have access to props. It's $30 for the entire week of props. Killer deal for everybody. And if you guys don't know, we've been killing the props, making some money on them. Yeah, Princess Chacho, coupon code Kyle wins. No 2011, you know too, there is no coupon code for the game of the week. Or not game of the week, NFL game of the year. And I just posted the link to 5 Dimes because our props are exclusive for 5 Dimes. So again, make sure you have, or if you don't have a 5 Dimes account, you probably should. So go get signed up over there. Thomas McDonald, I took 2 weeks off to enjoy my 3-year-old. Absolutely. All right, guys, so let's get to the next breakdown. We're going to do a really ugly game for you guys. This game is ugly, 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 ugly. Bengals, Dolphins, what do they have to play for? Nearly nothing, except maybe a little pride and that number 1 overall draft pick for the Bengals. You got the 1-13 Bengals, 6-8 against the spread, 6-8 on the over. Then you got the Dolphins, 3-11 straight up, covering the spread 7 out of 14 games. So they're 7-7, and they're 7-7 on the over. If you remember, back in the beginning of November, the Dolphins shocking the world, beating the Jets 26-18, and then they came back the next week and they beat the Colts 16-12. They dropped 2 games to the Bills and the Browns. Then they came back and they beat the Eagles 37-31 at home. Then they went on the road. They lost to the Jets by 1, 22-21. And then last week they lost to the Dolphins 36. Not the Dolphins. They are the Dolphins. They lost to the Giants 36-20. And then you've got the Bengals. They finally picked up their first win of the season back on December 1st. Andy Dalton back winning 22-6, beating the Jets. Thomas McDonald says he likes the fish. John Sanchez says Dolphins at home. Guys, yes, post up in the comment section, who do you guys like on this game? First of all, line opened up on this one. We'll get the line out there for you guys where it's out currently is on the screen. But the line actually opened up. The fish, guys, Dolphins laying 3. That script has completely flipped it. We've had a 4.5 point change. The Dolphins are no longer the favorite laying 3. They're actually the underdog catching 1.5. Bengals favored laying 1.5. Total on this one opened up at 45.5. It's hovering right around there. 5 Dimes has it currently at 45. So we'll get that switched on the screen as well. So, when you're diving in depth into these two teams, obviously the Bengals have nothing to play for other than that first-round draft pick. Bengals 7-0 against the spread on the road against inefficient defenses, allowing less than 14.4 yards per point. The Dolphins 2-8 against the spread versus the AFC North. And the Bengals are 10-0 on the under on the road against inept passing defenses, yielding more than 7.25 yards per attempt. These two teams did face off last year, with the Bengals beating the Dolphins 27-17. Under the total is 4-0-1 in the last 5 games. Patrick, thank you for jumping on board. The NFL Game of the Year 2011, you know. Thank you, sir. Mr. Fan, thank you for jumping on board the Game of the Year. And again, guys and gals, you have 1 hour and 45 minutes to get on board our NFL Game of the Year. It's $50, and I'll be honest, it only happens once a year. Wonder why the line shifted so much to the Bengals. Well, first of all, when you're taking a look at the money and you're taking a look at the bets that are coming in, it's plain to see. The money is rolling in on the Bengals. It doesn't matter what a team needs to do to win or lose. The sharps and the public are going to jump on one side. Now, if you put both quarterbacks, if you put Fitzpatrick, or Andy Dalton on the same competitive team, let's just say you took both quarterbacks and you put them on the Ravens. Which one has the quarterback advantage? Obviously, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is not a bad quarterback. He just plays for a piss-poor team, as well as a piss-poor organization, as well as a piss-poor coaching staff. Now, Fitzmagic, I've always called him Fitzmagic. Fitzpatrick, he has an excellent coach. They are trying to rebuild in Miami. Yes, It's a long-term process for the Dolphins. He has an excellent coaching staff. Fitz is up and down. Aaron, what's going on, sir? Fitzpatrick is not somebody you build a franchise around. In my opinion, he's not a franchise quarterback. But he's definitely a rebuilding quarterback. He is that quarterback that you can use to rebuild until you get your franchise quarterback. And that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're using him for. And when you take a look at what the Dolphins have been doing as of late, they have been playing much better. Not only did they knock out 3 wins against the Jets, the Colts, and the Eagles, they are playing tough. They played the Jets again tough, losing 22-21. They've had some close calls. They lost to the Redskins 17-16. And then in the beginning of the season, they had their bad rap. It didn't help that they had to play the Ravens, the Patriots, and the Cowboys in back-to-back 3 weeks. Mr. Fan, you're going to be in luck because you've got our big NFL game. And let me just double check something. You shouldn't be down too bad. You dropped my game of the week on Friday. Yes, we dropped that one. Premium plays were a little rocky at the start of the week, but you're actually up 1 game on premium plays, minus a tad bit of juice, so you actually made a little money on premium plays. You're 2-0 on my bowl package, and you dropped my game of the week. So if you've been betting our games, Mr. Fan, you should not be down. You're definitely in the right place. And you've got the game of the year today to absolutely pound, as well as those premium plays to absolutely pound as well. And as Who Dat Bob said, Mr. Fan, you're in the right place. Princess Chachu, that's what the Texans did with Fitz, but they thought Brock Osweiler was the future. That they did. They thought he was the future, and boy, did the Dolphins unload. Or not the Dolphins, the Broncos on that one. Good morning, Toby. Steelers 316. Welcome. Again, to everybody that's new, if you are new to this channel, hit that subscribe button right down below. Hit that subscribe button. We go live 7 days a week. We put out content 365 days a year. So definitely hit that subscribe button. Tap that little bell. That way you get notified each and every single time we drop a video. We also have our daily free play video that is out. If you're not on it, you probably should be, because that one is going to be a nice win there as well. So here's a direct link to it in the live chat. Mr. Fan, then you're not betting just our games. You're betting somebody else's games or your own games and losing, because you're actually up a game on premium plays. You're 2-0 on the bowl games, and you lost my game of the week. So you should be nowhere down 10K if you're betting all of our games. Unless you're just being selective and you're not betting everything, which in that case, we can't help you there, because the name of the game is being consistent and betting consistent. So if you're betting bigger on one, smaller on the other, that's not a good deal. Arturo P, what's going on? And again, once you click that link, when you're done here, go watch that video. And then make sure you give that one a thumbs up as well. Aaron, thank you, brother. Thank you. Unless Kyle loses 10 in a row, that's not happening. We all know that. My games have been hot. 3-1. Yesterday, 3-1 the day before that. 3-1, 3 out of the last 5 days. 3-1, 4 out of the last 7 days. Aaron just made a great statement. This goes for everybody. Money management. We're not trying to hit a home run every day. We're just trying to get an acclimation of base hits. Like we said, Positive units a day add up to a lot of positive units at the end of the day. So let's get back to the game day breakdown. Dolphins, Bengals, like we were saying, let's take a look at the numbers, guys. Let's take a look at the numbers. Bengals averaging 15.1 points per game, 91 yards on the ground at 4 yards a carry, 221 in the air at 5.8 yards per passing attempt. Willow says, great call on the SMU over. Money, absolutely. Glad you were able to take advantage of that one. Arturo P, I took a break from betting at my actual book and broke down and did the Bitcoin deal. So far, so good. No more waiting at the kiosk and or window. Yeah, you no longer got to drive to the casinos in Biloxi, Arturo, except next time I'm there, we're definitely going to have to all of us get together because there's a ton of clients and viewers down in that area. 5 Dimes is the place to go, that's for sure. That is for sure. And there's a link for everybody that needs to get signed up at 5 Dimes. Just click that link and go over there and get signed up. All right, guys, you've got the Dolphins. They average 17.2 points per game, 71 yards on the ground at 7.3 yards per passing attempt, 219 in the air at 5.9 yards per passing attempt. Obviously, the Dolphins have been picking up their scoring. They put up 20 in their loss against the Giants last week. They put up 21 in their loss against the Jets. They put up 37 in their big, humiliating win over the Eagles. Sorry, Eagles fans. They put up 24 in their 41-point loss to the Browns. They put up 20 against Buffalo. So the point production for the Dolphins has definitely increased over the last 5 games. They're definitely playing tougher, and they're actually improving. Crazy to say that. They are improving. Now, let's take a look at the defensive side of things. I'm just going to make this statement loud and clear. Both teams combined, their defenses suck. Both teams combined, they give up 291 yards rushing a game combined. Both teams passing give up 492 yards a game passing. Both teams combined on the year are a negative 28 on turnovers. Both teams average giving up 56.7 points per game. Led by the Dolphins, who average giving up 31.1 points per game. Bengals give up 25.6 points per game. 158 yards to opposing offenses, averaging giving up a run for 4.9 yards per every rushing attempt. You want to gain yardage on either one of these teams? Just run the ball. Just run the ball. Imagine what happens when both of these teams, the Bengals who average 91 rushing yards a game and the Dolphins who average 71. If they start running the ball, it's definitely going to open up some play action passes for one Dalton who can still sling it, and then Fitzmagic who loves to play. Now, the Bengals on defense, they give up 234 yards in the air at 7.8 yards per passing attempt. The Dolphins, 258 yards in the air to opposing offenses. Same average, 7.8 yards per passing attempt. And as we said, a pathetic negative 16 on turnovers for the Bengals, negative 12 on turnovers for the Dolphins. A combined negative 28. Elise137, good morning, welcome. Mr. Watson just made a very bold and big statement. Mr. Watson was one of the very first few people that subscribed to us on YouTube and has been watching every single one of our videos and our shows, I'd say almost daily. Dating back from the very first live show. He made the statement that he's been with me since the beginning and he has not lost a single dollar. That's on our free plays, that's on our NHL package, and all the other packages that we've had that Mr. Watson has been a part of. Anthony just said, dating back to the Bitcoin conversation on 5 Dimes, there are also no fees to get a cash out with 5 Dimes when you get paid by Bitcoin. So, as far as this game goes, this one almost made almost made my personal plays. Robert, hi family, I love the content. Welcome, thanks Robert. If you haven't already done so, as well as everybody, hit that subscribe button right now. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified. But as far as this game goes, my opinion on this one is very opinionated. I do believe that the Dolphins have the edge here. I do not think they should be the underdog. This one almost made my personal play selection. But obviously, I can't put out an insane, crazy amount of plays. As much as I wanted to make this one, I didn't. So if you guys want a solid lean that could have a wager on it, and I see I froze my screen again, so let me get... If you guys want something that's a solid lean that should be a play, I do like the Dolphins plus the 1.5. And a nice mugshot, I know. It's the only mugshot on me. Other than my DMV picture. And that one's wild. But I do like the Dolphins here, plus the 1.5. I liked the Dolphins here when they were laying 3 against the Bengals. I think the Bengals literally have nothing to play for. They don't want to play. They're down there enjoying the nice weather they have in Miami. Because when it's all said and done, they have to go up into the freezing cold of Cleveland next week. The Bengals are not going to want to leave Miami. Matter of fact, I don't think they're going to want to leave their hotel today, let alone leave the beach. Assuming as it's not raining there in Miami. But either way, even with the rain, it's still going to be nicer weather than back home in Cincinnati, and then next Sunday in Cleveland. So, as far as this one goes, I do like the Dolphins. It wasn't strong enough to make my personal plays because I had better options to give out. Alex says, best YouTube chat hands down. Yes, we're going to talk about that here in a second. Thanks for pointing that one out, Alex. So I do lean towards Miami plus the 1.5, and I think there's going to be some points scored here. Dalton don't give a shit. His numbers are what they are. Doesn't Dalton audition for a new team next year? Will Dalton try his best to win? I like the Dolphins, but Dalton worries me. Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton. The other teams in the league already know what he's capable of doing when you surround him with quality talent and quality players and a quality offensive line, something he does not have in Cincinnati, or a coach. So I don't think that Andy Dalton needs to come out and perform in one game at the end of the year against the Dolphins or against Cleveland to try and showcase what he's capable of doing to a different franchise next year. Somebody is going to go out and get Dalton, who has been the franchise quarterback of the Bengals for as long as I can remember. And they're going to make him the new franchise quarterback or filler somewhere else. Because there's definitely teams out there that Andy Dalton would give a huge boost to. So no, I don't think he comes out slinging it with the intent to try and murder the Dolphins to showcase his talent. His talent is what it is, and every scout, every general manager, every head coach in the NFL already knows what Andy Dalton is capable of doing when you surround him with quality players and talent and coach. And not just head coach, coaching staff. So no. Does he come out and sling it? Yeah. Is he going to be careless Andy? I think so, which could lead to some turnovers. Pick 6? Maybe. Both teams are a negative 28 on turnovers. So are there going to be turnovers in this game? Damn straight. Princess Chacho, Indy is looking for a quarterback next year. I do agree. So as far as the total on this one, I know the total has gone under the total 4 times out of the last 5. Matter of fact, under is 4-0-1 in their last 5 meetings. It was the middle game, their third game, that was actually a push at 42. This total being over and under 45, I do lean towards the over. I think both teams put up some points here. I do lean towards the over as well. So, there is that one. Let's see what else we can talk about. Let's talk about the Raiders and the Chargers. The Raiders are technically still alive. AFC West matchup, division rivals, in-state rivals for the last year. You got the 6-8 Raiders, 6-8 against the spread, 7-7 on the over. Chargers 5-9 straight up, 5-9 against the spread, 6-8 on the over. Robert says, I'm a Chargers homer, so I'm betting against. Thomas says, like the points. I will tell you this much. There is a lot of money on the Chargers. There is. Sharps, the public, everybody in the world seems to be betting on the Chargers. Taking a look at this line, where it opened, where it's at now. Line actually opened up, Chargers laying 6.5. It is now up to 8 at the Westgate. Get this one on the screen for you guys. Total opened up at 47, and the total is down to 45. Total's down to 45 at the Westgate, MGM, the BetMGM app. Taking a look at our friends over at 5 Dimes. Let me log back in over there. We'll take a quick gander. 5 Dimes actually has it -8, minus $1.10. Total over and under 48. First half line on the Raiders and Chargers game is +4.5, minus $1.15. Over and under set at 23 for the first half line. Mr. Beeman says, I got the Raiders in a 10-point teaser. Princess Chachu, have I purchased season tickets for the Raiders? No, because I work Sundays. It's funny. If I purchase tickets to the Raiders, I will start going to the games, and then you guys lose your Sunday show. So we don't want to do that. Unless you guys don't want to have a Sunday show, then I'll purchase my Raiders season tickets. Sound good? I could do it live from the tailgate. That would be one option. But then I'd probably get a bad rap for tailgating and boozing and eating during the live show. You guys all know I am fat. I do like my beer. I do love to eat barbecue. As well as all that good stuff. Houdat Bob and his buddy, that Houdat Bob was cooking the bacon wrapped shrimp. And then his buddy middleman Mike that they had going on down there. Mr. Beeman, as far as parking goes, I know they own the lot not far from it. Kathy Savage would be very surprised if the Raiders sell out in Vegas. They will sell out every single game just like the Golden Knights. Whatever remaining tickets are available, the casinos will buy, and they will give to their patrons like me. And you, if you have a player's card. Robert says, surely you must take a day off to relax and enjoy the real games. Do you plan on retiring off Bitcoin? No, sorry. I generally don't take days off. I do in the summertime when things settle down. It's bowl season, so I'm working 7 days a week, bringing you guys live shows 7 days a week. Once summertime comes, we'll slow down a little bit. I have made a shit ton of money off of Bitcoin over the years. But, no, that's not my primary retirement. And no, I don't go home and sit home and not work and enjoy the games. If I watch a game, it's usually at work, sometimes at home for Sunday Night Football or one of the evening games. But yes, the Raiders will sell out every single game. Next season, the Raiders will be sold out every single game. And that'll be a fact. All right, so let's talk about Mr. Gruden and his Raiders. Phillip Rivers has 19 children, and the rest of the Chargers. I mean, hell, in a couple more years, and don't call me Shirley. In a couple more years, Phillip Rivers could have some kids on a team that he's still playing quarterback for. Or hopefully he just packs it in. Now, this will probably be his last home game in a Chargers uniform. And rightfully so. Phillip Rivers deserves to go play on a team that has a winning formula, a winning coach, a winning organization. And hopefully, he'll get that opportunity. Hopefully, he gets out of the Chargers organization, which will be sad to see him go somewhere else. And give himself an opportunity to get a Super Bowl. Hopefully that happens. There's some players that have been playing for a very long time that do deserve it. None other than Phillip Rivers. So, without further ado, line opened up, Chargers laying 6.5. They're all over the board. BetMGM's got it at 7.5. The actual MGM and Mirage Casinos have it at 7. CG Technologies has them laying 8. Station Casinos has them laying 7 minus $1.20. The Westgate has them laying 8. 5 Dimes has them also laying 8 with a total over and under 45. Diving into game 459 and 460. Raiders 6-8 straight up, 6-8 against the spread, 7-7 to the over. Chargers 5-9 straight up, 5-9 against the spread, 6-8 to the over. Yes, the Raiders still technically have a chance to sneak into the playoffs. However, losing 4 in a row and their devastating 20-16 loss last weekend against Jacksonville did not help them any. The Chargers are 7-0 against the spread at home versus an opponent before playing the Broncos. The Raiders get the Broncos in Denver next week. Oakland 33, 65-2 against the spread against poor teams with 40% or less winning percentage. No doubt about it, the Raiders definitely have over the years played down in competition. Who Dat Bob says if it wasn't for Rivers, we wouldn't have Breeze. That is a fact. Joe, no, haven't given out any free plays, but we've given out some amazing leans that should be free plays, if you guys are paying attention. All right, so continuing on. These two teams already played. Oakland beat them 26-24 back on November 7th at the Coliseum. Went over the total of 49. It squeaked in with a win on the over. They are 4-1 on the under. The last game did go over. Although we have a total of 45, they have not seen a total under 49 since December 31st of 2017. The Chargers are 15-3-1 on the under, the total, hosting the Raiders since 2000. Chargers coming off a loss to the Vikings 39-10. Before that, they beat up the Jaguars 45-10. They've actually gone over the total 3 straight meetings. As far as the Raiders, their demoralizing loss to Jacksonville last week, 20-16. Raiders fans were being Raiders fans. Oakland fans being Oakland fans, throwing trash and beer on the players and on the field, doing what Oakland does. Before that, they had a loss to the Titans, 42-21. Keep in mind they lost 4 straight. They also lost to the Chiefs, 40-9, and they also lost to the Jets, 34-3, which started their 4-game spiral. Like I said, they technically have a chance to get in. Very slim to none, though. Raiders averaging 19.6 points per game. Chargers coming in just over 3 touchdowns a game at 21.4. Raiders averaging 121 yards on the ground, 4.4 yards per carry. 234 in the air at 7.3 yards per passing attempt. The Chargers 95 yards on the ground on average per game at 4.1 yards per carry. 279 in the air. Now both defenses. They average giving up 48.3 points per game, led by the Raiders, who give up 27.6 points per game, 20.7 points per game on average given up by the Chargers. Oakland averages giving up 106 rushing yards to opposing running teams, 110 on the ground is what the Chargers average giving up. Now, when it comes to the pass game, Chargers have actually been fairly decent at defending the pass. They give up only 197 in the air at 6.8 yards per passing attempt. However, the Raiders' secondary has been getting torched, giving up 262 yards in the air at 8 yards per carry. Both teams are on the negative. -2 for the Raiders, as well as -16 for the Chargers. Jared, go rewind to the very beginning of the show. We talk about the entire full recap of all our plays during the beginning of the show. Anthony says, 2 good players without a ring, Phillip Rivers, and 2, Larry Fitzgerald. Yes. Absolutely. 100%. Larry Fitzgerald, probably the nicest guy in the NFL. He deserves to go to a winning program. I know his heart's in Arizona. Does he play next year? I don't know. I would love to continue to see him play. I think he definitely helps out the Cardinals, no doubt about it, but being on the Cardinals has not helped him. As far as these two teams, because they're both negative on turnovers, -16 for the Chargers, -2 for the Raiders. Remember, when I take a look at where the money's at, all I base that off of is when I'm going to bet. There is significant money on the Chargers. The Sharps were pounding it early, and they continued to pound it as of late. When it hit 8, some buyback came in on the Raiders, most recently. Everybody is pounding the under, probably for rightful reasons. I like to buck the trend, obviously, a lot of times. I know the last meeting did go over earlier in the year, and I think that's what you get this year, or in this meeting. As far as the side on this one, I do have a play on the side on this game. It's actually one of our premium plays. And for this one, I do lean towards the over. The over 45 is a nice little lean for you guys. But as far as the side on this one, maybe we give that as your free official play. No, Brian, no bowl games today. No bowl games today. There is a bowl game tomorrow. There's one tomorrow. I don't know if it's part of the bowl package or not. Remember, we won't be playing the bowl package every single day. Very selective at the bowl games that they give out. But the ones that they do put out should be winners. Just like yesterday's 2-0 on the bowl package. Ed AG, breakdown Mississippi State, New Mexico if you have time, college hoops. I would love to. Ed, we've actually been live for 2.5 hours already. And we are going to have to wrap it up here shortly because I need to go, and Jay just texted me. He's waiting for me on the bowl games because everybody that purchased the bowl package or purchased our props outright are all waiting for the prop bets. And again, guys, if you did not hear, if you are not on the bowl package, you do not have access to our props. Kind of like the prop that I gave you guys yesterday and the day before that and the day before that, the ones that keep winning. If you want to get on board our props, this is the first time they are allowing it open to anybody. Super, super easy to get on board. Brian, 2-9. Eddie Sports Money, what's your record for the bowl package? 2-0. Bowl package is 2-0. And you could still jump on board the bowl package. You still have time to jump on board the bowl package. We had Washington yesterday as well as the over in the UAB App State game for our bowl package. But if you want to get on board our props, you want access to all of our props, $30 for an entire week, which I'm glad they came out with that super cheap price. So again, guys, NFL Game of the Year, if you want it, you have to be signed up by 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 Pacific. You have 1 hour and 10 minutes. 1 hour and 10 minutes to get on board our Game of the Year in the NFL. We're not one of those services that have a Game of the Year today, Game of the Year tomorrow, Game of the Year the next day. Some years we don't even have one. All right, some years we do not even have one. So, it's $50. Go get it now, guys. Just posted up the link to it. There. Rich, it was the over. What was the lean on the Raiders-Chargers game? Lean was on the over 45, Rich. Greg, what's up? Larry Fitzgerald lost his Super Bowl in an eighth of an inch. Yes, sir. Joe, that is awesome that your grandchild came over, your grandson, and that you're able to spend time with them. That is absolutely fantastic. I love hearing that. Love hearing that. We love being able to spend time with family, friends. I work way too much, so when I do get the opportunity, obviously no grandchildren. Not yet. But definitely take advantage of being with family. That's for sure. Steven, thanks for jumping on board the Game of the Year. J-Ant as well. Thanks for jumping on board the Game of the Year. Patrick as well. And guys, we have 4 premium plays today. 3 NFL, 1 college hoops. I have 4 personal plays. I've went 3-1 the last 2 days. 3-1 3 out of the last 5 days. And 3-1 4 out of the last 7 days. Out of the last 6 days, we only had 1 little slip up. The rest were all winning days. Now, I'm tired of losing a game. I'm tired of being 3-1. I think what I put out to my personal play clients today, I think we're going 4-0. So get your brooms on standby, ladies and gentlemen that are on my personal plays. Mr. Height, thanks for jumping on board the prop package. Those will be made available very shortly. The props should be out within about 25, 30 minutes or less. We're trying to get them out by, 12:15. So, with that being said, I think it's free play time for everybody. Free play, free play, free play. It is something that I already bet, and I'm going to post it up on the screen as well. So hang tight. Let me load it into the screen. That way you guys can actually see it. Because I know you guys love betting with somebody that actually bets the same games as you, right? Because you got all these other people on the internet, all these people who don't ever bet their own games. Mr. Height, thanks for jumping on board our NFL Game of the Year. Mr. Chow as well, thanks for jumping on board our Game of the Year. You're going to absolutely love it. Now, this might throw some of you guys off for a curveball because you guys were probably not expecting this. So, give me 1 second. I'm typing it up into here. That way we can get it on the screen. Okay. Give me 1 second here. We're going to get it on the screen. Okay, so now that we got that one there, I just got to get the picture up here, and you guys are going to be on your way with a nice free play that's going to cash for you guys today. Princess Chachu likes McCaffrey over 59.5 yards receiving. All right, so again, for the 228 people that are here tuning in live, nice big thank you to everybody that tuned in from the start to the finish and everywhere in between. For everybody that gave us a big thumbs up, thank you to you as well. If you haven't already done so, X out of your live chat right now. Hit that thumbs up. It helps us out, gets our video trending on YouTube. We definitely appreciate it. So do us a favor. As Jay Camp just said, go like this video. Hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, when you are done here, before you were done here, right down below, take 1 second out of your time and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you get notified every single time we go live or we drop a video. Okay? Why is that important? Because we put out free plays in every single one of our videos. Yes, the live show, we gave out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leans. And if you paid attention, some of those should be official plays. But they just weren't right, just weren't to the level. But they're definitely worth some of them betting, or all of them. We usually have a winning day when we put out leans. So you'll be notified when we go live. You'll also be notified when we put out a daily free play video. Speaking of our daily free play video, when you're done here, there's a link. Click on that link. It opens up our daily free play video. Make sure you go watch that video. There is a great free play in there. That was almost on the level of a premium play. Okay, hint, hint. There is a great free play out there. And when you're done over there, also give us a big thumbs up. Drop us a comment over there as well. Okay? Thomas McDonald, happy holidays to you guys as well. Merry Christmas to everybody. Okay, so I'm typing up on the screen right now our free play for you guys. So, this is one that I've already bet. All right, this is one that I already bet. And again, if you want on our NFL Game of the Year, you need to be signed up in the next hour and 2 minutes. All right, if you want our NFL Game of the Year, you have 1 hour and 2 minutes to do so. Go to our website, cappersdirect.com. Click on that premium tab, not premium tab, guaranteed tab at the top of the page. Scroll down below the green box. It's the first box that, or first little circle that's already pre-selected for you. Okay? It's already pre-selected for you. So, without further ado, it's time to get the free play on the screen. So, I'm going to throw you guys a curveball just like we did, I believe it was last week. We threw you guys a curveball, and not only did I give you guys a winner, I gave you guys a teaser. And I have not given very many. I have not given out very many teasers. I don't play a lot of them, but when I do, we win. All right? So there's a free teaser for you guys. I did it on 5 dimes. If you guys don't know how to do it, Chido, Feliz Navidad to you as well. If you guys do not know how to bet it, let me know, and we can go over that as well. If you're new to 5 dimes, I can show you how I did it and what I clicked to get it. Okay? It's very simple. Very simple. Now, there was some juice for this one. It was minus 160 or 165. But I took the Raiders at plus 17. And this is a ties reduce. The Raiders at plus 17 as well as the Jets at plus 11.5. Michael, Merry Christmas to you as well. And remember, guys, we're going to be live tomorrow. We'll be live Tuesday as well. We'll be live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Same thing on Tuesday. We'll be live Tuesday, Christmas Eve, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Maybe I'll put on a Santa Claus outfit. Or maybe I'll dress as a reindeer. You just never know. Or come in my birthday suit. You just never know what you're going to get. So there's that free play. Definitely going to be a nice day today. Be a nice winning day. Joe, premium plays are long overdue. They just swept the board yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Who dat, Bob? I did a ties reduce one. Yes. Jay Camp, your twin brother is at the Colts game in a Santa suit running around the field as I type this. That is absolutely awesome. I'm not a big teaser person. I do parlays for fun, and that's it. My parlays are fun money. When I do teasers, they're generally a serious teaser. This one I'm going to make $1,000 on, and you guys can make some money too. Ian B, I would think a 7-point is safe. I just thought the value was better at the line that we put it out at plus 11.5, plus 17. But yeah, I don't see the Raiders losing by 16 points to the Chargers. And I don't see the Jets losing by more than 11. So yeah, you should be fine on a 7. I mean, the Pittsburgh offense is good for 1 touchdown with Mason at the helm. Maybe they get lucky because of turnovers. But maybe not. So, don't forget, guys, Game of the Year, you have exactly 58 minutes to get on board. 58 minutes to get on board. Arthur, thank you for jumping on board the Game of the Year. Daniel, thank you for jumping on board the Game of the Year. Patrick as well. Thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. And again, remember, if you're not on my personal plays, today you should be. Stanley, thanks for jumping on board the game of the year. I see you just jumped on board as well. If you're not on my personal plays, you should be today. Full disclaimer, I'm sweeping the flipping board. Premium plays, I think they sweep the board too. I think premium plays, what we put out for our premium plays are rock solid. But if you want to be on board my personal plays, 3 days, $99. If you're up for renewal, if your 2-week package is going to be expiring soon, remember, you can get 2 weeks of my personal plays or 2 weeks of premium plays for $250. That's coming off the website tonight. That is coming off the website tonight. So, get on board, guys. I look forward to working with everybody. I hope you guys all have a blessed Sunday, a safe Sunday. And as what I tell all of you all the time, besides the good luck part, and I'm serious when it comes to always betting within your means and don't do anything stupid. Christmas is in 3 days. If you are gambling with the money to buy your family and your kids presents or your baby diapers or formula, stop betting. Go take care of what needs to be taken care of at home. If your rent and mortgage is due on the 1st and you're hoping to win at gambling, stop. Go get your life straight. Go get everything financial straight and then come back. I promise you I'm not going anywhere. I promise you the books aren't going anywhere. And I promise you in either of the games. So make sure you guys be responsible. Always bet responsibly. All right? Don't let this consume your entire life. The money part is amazing. When you finally get your bankroll management, your system down, and you're on the right path, the money is absolutely amazing. But don't let the actual game part consume your entire day. If you have children, a girlfriend, a spouse, I don't care if you got a boyfriend, make sure what you do doesn't get taken out on them. All right, so there's my barbershop talk preach of the day. Always bet within your means. And nobody else will tell you that. If you guys are struggling to pay your bills and you're trying to win your money gambling, stop. Don't buy a package until you financially can afford to. And remember, don't ever bet anything you can't afford to lose, because when you go all in, that's when bad shit happens. So, with that being said, good luck. Always bet within your means. Don't do anything stupid. And we'll see you guys live tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Good luck on that free play, guys. Let's make a boatload of money. Premium plays, personal plays, the prop package. Everything's going to be lights out. And most importantly, that big NFL game of the year today. All right, guys, good luck. Let's hammer the books. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Amazing show today. A lot of user participation. I love the participation in the chat. Catered to you by Chef. Jeff, you're my guy. Kyle, thank you. I appreciate that. Who dat, Bob? Good luck to you. Good luck to your Saints today playing the Titans. Good luck to everybody's team that's playing. So, good luck, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy your Sunday, all right? Enjoy your Sunday, and let's beat the books. Take it easy, guys.